Good afternoon. Welcome to the Midday Mull for Monday, this 6th of December. This will also, unfortunately, be the only Midday Mull for the week because tomorrow I'm off down to the Lowveld to help with the music and preaching at a carol service in Malalaan. So we'll pick this up again next week. But today we read 2 Chronicles chapter 6, which is the prayer that Solomon prayed at the dedication of the temple. And there were two things that struck me. The one was he prays and says, will God really dwell on earth with humans? The heavens, even the highest heavens, cannot contain you. How much less this temple I have built? And he recognizes that no matter how spectacular the temple, nothing can contain God. God is beyond the outer limits of the universe, so we cannot contain him. And sometimes we think that the structures we have, and they might be structures not physical, but structures of our prayer time, or the kind of services we have, or some religious practice. And we sometimes start thinking that that structure contains God, and therefore coerces God and controls God. It doesn't. Any structure we have is only there for our good, to focus our minds and help us in our prayers. God is beyond everything. So that's worth remembering. And then the second thing is, as I read through this, Solomon lists all sorts of problems that happen when anyone wrongs their neighbor and they have to take an oath and they come to this place, be present for them. When your people Israel have been defeated by an enemy and they pray to you, hear them. When the heavens are shut up and there is no rain, then hear your people when they pray. When famine or plague comes on the land, or blight or mildew, locusts or grasshoppers, or when enemies besiege them in any of the cities, whatever disaster or disease may come, and when a prayer or plea is made by anyone, then hear from heavens, your dwelling place, forgive and deal with everyone according to all they do. And he repeats this time and again, as people struggle, when they pray to you, then hear from heaven and answer their prayers. And as I read that, I was struck by the kind of disasters that people faced, and nothing has changed. Well, the disasters have changed, and there are very few people that have to struggle with locusts and grasshoppers. Well, not in Johannesburg, maybe some of the farmers, yes, but in the city, that's not. Enemies besieging us and destroying our temples and our walls. That doesn't happen. But there are all sorts of other problems that we face every single day. And the problems may change, but life is always full of problems that we are dealing with and living with and processing and managing. And as we face those problems, whatever they may be, we need to remember what Solomon said, and that we can turn to God. We don't have to go to the temple because Jesus says we are the temple, but we are encouraged time and again by Jesus to pray. When you have a need, come to God. Pray, our Father. Ask and keep on asking, Jesus says. And so we need to remember that we pray to God. And as we do that, we echo Solomon's prayer. God, hear from heaven your dwelling place and answer our prayers. And there's that wonderful phrase in morning prayer where we say, answer our prayers as may be best for us. God doesn't always answer what we want, but he does always answer what is best for us. So speak to other Christians and cast your mind back over your life. And as we reflect on that, we see that time and again, God has answered prayers. And therefore we have confidence to continue praying. Know that he does hear, he does answer, and we are blessed. Be encouraged by that truth.